With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly
good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final round of 12 here for the Blazing Pedals on this Sunday night live here at Kansas Speedway. We're looking at them right now, the final 12, all but 4 ready to be locked in. And right now, John Perkins, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, Jordan McAvoy, Corey Sherman, all underneath that bubble. And they have got a lot of work to do in order to try and get up towards the front. James Miller, Brian Dees, the only 2 drivers locked into the next round. Matt Grunberg, Don Kilroe, Jamie Walker, all looking solid to move up. Derek Paulson, Matt Hackathorn, also solid choices to move up. Tanner Marr sits on the bubble. Joining me, as always, my good friend Rick Hammond Jr. Rick, how are you tonight, my friend?
Oh man, I'm excited to be here, Chris. I mean, this is the last race of this round, and then we move on to the next round, and then we're getting close to that championship race, man. I mean, this is a make or break night for a lot of drivers, and actually I'm looking, and one of those guys who's just below that line, oh no, Perkins is here. Okay, there, he's hiding on me. Never mind, it's all good.
Well, last week we saw a real rumble. It was the 09 winning last week at Bockover Motor Speedway Roval Edition. Of course, that's Charlotte. And Bockover doing a fantastic job of trying to finish that one. Unfortunately, yeah, he didn't win. The 09 did.
That's my bad, Josh. I overtook.
And yeah, Rick, you got your game coming over your mic, bud.
That's right. Oh, good.
All right, let's take a look at Chad. We got Jordan. He's going in.
Right.
Let's go
Take
Limitless
2
Motorsports.
in about a minute.
And need a good run out of the 4 tonight. That's Tanner Marr. Excited to see the Maple Leaf Muscle. Finally running DPL in the number 31 too. Jason Day. There it is.
If just about everybody's ready, just let me know and I can go. We can.
And that's a sharp looking car. I love that car.
I'm just trying not to jump out in front of somebody.
Yeah, Rick, your in game
Especially
is
if that's
bleeding
the
right
struggling.
through, bud. You might want to check your routing sources there. Yeah, 31 looking good. These guys running through practice right now. We've got about 17 minutes to go here of practice. And again, last race of the round of 12.
All right, let's go ahead and roll out this next one. Let's try not to let it be as much of a cluster, trying to get everybody bunched up. Just get quickly bunched up as soon as we get out of turn 2. Let's
You're hearing Dalton
not
Kilroy,
do any.
actually.
Oh, I'm just gonna let everybody else by like I did.
Kind of cool. Dalton Kilroy, bottom right-hand side of your screen. He's the one trying to set up these pit parties.
So we're going to stay a little bit slower out here. We're just going to stay a little bit slower. Let everybody get caught up.
Amazing pit road exit.
Dalton, last season's champion,
Get
kind of
bunched up, side by side.
in control of running these things this year. Also one of the admins here for
can
Blazing
we,
Pedals.
Stop doing that, all that fourth place shit.
Well, I was trying not to stop in front of the whole pit party. Sorry.
Hate to say it. That's not Rick. That's
But I'm
me.
more talking to what led up to you being in that position.
I see how it is. You're blaming me for everything.
I
You got me
know.
going through all my settings,
so
man. I'm
sorry.
freaking out.
I am so sorry. I had unmuted Iris in there. That's all right. We got it figured out now.
Okay, so you can hear me, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay. I was gonna say I got everything muted. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, last week's winner in this little practice session. Oh boy. It's going to be an interesting one here in Kansas. I can tell already.
I just had flashbacks from the Roval.
Yeah. Oh no, now I did. It's the 3 and the 44 get together. Oh man.
This is the time for TNA to get it out of their system.
They might as well. Actually, it's been pretty much the whole season like that, for TNA. Jamie Walker, one of the gentlemen who's pretty safe to make it in to the round of 8 here tonight, looking for that first win in this round of 12, along with Matt Gruenberg. Gruenberg, the winningest driver here in Blazing Pedals this season, looking to try and add one more to the list here at Kansas. We got Taylor Butcher Benjamin still in the hunt, but below that cutoff line tonight. There needs to be a good race out of the 10 car.
And he's very close to that point of being into a situation, Chris, where he actually has to win to get in.
Oh yeah, he's there already because he's below that cutoff line. He needs to win. There's a few drivers that just need to win here tonight. Let's go ahead and take a look at points one more time. So the 4 drivers underneath that red line, basically they have to win tonight. John Perkins, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Jordan McAvoy, Corey Sherman, those 4 drivers, if they don't win, they are done.
I mean, right now out of that list, Chris, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin in practice, 4th quickest, Corey Sherman 6th, and we got Jordan McAvoy 7th, John Perkins 8th, so they're very close there. But we know, I mean, we've seen it. Being close in practice doesn't really help during the race.
No, it doesn't. Let's take a look at our speeds here for practice. Bloomberg, the fastest driver out there tonight. Jamie Walker right behind him, Mr. Joshua Sexton, sitting in the 3rd quickest spot. He's number 51. Rick, you alluded to it already. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, 10th quickest. Then it's Aaron Bockover, Corey Sherman, Jordan McAvoy, John Perkins, and James Miller. Marquis Smith rounds out the top 10 on the speed chart here on a Sunday night. Derek Paulson, Jeffrey Fisher, Joshua Rutherford, Matt Hackathorn, Dave Seats, Randy McAvoy, Jason Day, Ty Morosco, Brad Collins, Corey Rutherford, the top 20. Dalton Killow, 21st. Ian Habiak, Philip Van Vliet, Tanner Marr, Mike Hamlin, and Amanda Sherman. Now that's just speed charts here during practice. Don't put a lot of weight on those. We've seen those change a lot during races throughout the season. So obviously the 41 a little bit quicker than what he's showing.
He's saving fuel right now.
Yeah, he's saving fuel for the race. That's all there is to it. And he knows they have limited sets of tires too, so he's probably saving those. All kinds of stuff out there tonight. 11 minutes to go before we get to qualifying. Let's go ahead and thank our sponsors, as we do every week. First of all, TRJKarting.com. If you are into karting racing, make sure you head on over to TRJKarting.com. Sim Racer, not a problem. They have a dedicated section for you right there on their website. Gloves and shoes and apparel, all good stuff. If you go over there, make sure you leave a little message for Tim Habiak and let him know Chris and Rick sent you over, and give him a big old hi, because he's a good dude. Gotta thank Butt Kicker. You can go on over to the Butt Kicker and use promo code BLAZING to receive 20% off your order. That's a great deal right there. Want to thank Michael Falk Racing Designs, MFRD. He paints a lot of cars that are out here on track today, including the one we're looking at right now. If you're in the hunt for a nice paint job, make sure to check out MFRD over on Facebook. Speaking of apparel, if you're looking for a t-shirt, a hat, a toque, or a beanie, whatever you want to call them, and many other items, make sure you check out SavageEdge.com as we get ready for qualifying. Rick, I think I hit everybody just in time.
I think you did. Yeah, you got it all down, man. I got a list here. I always have it here, and yeah, you did it. And I mean, you're right, man. Using that code Blazing over at the butt kicker. I mean, who doesn't want to save 20% on getting your butt kicked?
Ooh, me. Tanner Marr out there in chat. So slow tonight. He's going to need a miracle. Well, miracles happen. So we'll see about that. We're watching Joshua Rutherford in number 55 out on track. See what he can do. He's one of a handful of drivers that have set to the track already to try and qualify their vehicle. Lone qualifying 2 laps right here at Kansas Speedway, as it is every week here for Blazing Pedals.
And for those who watched the broadcast last week at the Roval, just so you know, we made a little mistake. We thought we were off next Sunday, the Sunday after Thanksgiving, but we are actually live here. We're going to be starting with the next round.
Round of 8.
The round of 8. And we got the round of 8 is going to be good, Chris. We got Texas coming up, and that's going to be on November 28th, December 5th, Martinsville. Then we head to your favorite track, Phoenix.
Yeah.
Don't throw up, buddy. It's just Phoenix. It's not like we're going to New Hampshire where I dominate.
That's true. Well, I told you not to take too much into practice as far as numbers go. Here we are. Dylan Kilroe on top. Oh, just gets blasted by Matt Hackathorn at 31.398. The quick time around the track so far. Jason Day slides into the second quickest spot. That pushes Kilroe back to third. And Matt Hackathorn was heading towards the wall, so we got off that. Jamie Walker now takes over the top spot with a quicker time, 31.276. Wow. Tanner Marr was worried about speed. And let me take a look here. 31.86. Yeah, he's about 0.6 of a second off from our pole sitter. But that might be competitive enough. That's on fresh tires, Rick. So we'll see what happens when those tires start to wear in just a little bit. How about Dave Seats out there in the 14? Second place finisher last week at the Roval. Right now qualified in the 7th spot. TBB, one of the guys that has to win tonight. The Penn State number 10. Out there trying to qualify. Shelly Cook, how are you? Good to see you out there. Just want to warn you already, Aaron and Corey have already had an incident on track during practice, so I think they may have gotten it out of their system. We'll see.
Let's hope.
Yeah, right. James Miller about to finish up his second lap. And all the way up to second spot at 31.378. Last week's winner on a tear right now. We hang out here with the Butcher. Working lap number 2. Aaron Bockover has qualified. He's in the 11th spot so far. The Butcher about to cross the line. We'll see if he can improve on that first lap time. He does, up to 12th, a 31.6 even. Just ahead of Aaron Bockover. How about the 22 of Brad Collins?
I mean, I got a lot of favorite paint jobs here in the Blazing Pedals. I mean, Michael Falk does a great job, but man, Chris, this is one of my all-time favorites right here. Who doesn't like an A10 Warthog?
If they don't like it, they don't know what it is. It's awesome. And then the fact that it's on a Ford makes it even better. You know it does.
I got nothing because I showed up at your house yesterday when in a Ford, so I can't say nothing tonight. I'm just going to be quiet.
I mean, you had your choice of a Ford or a Chevy. You chose the Ford. That's all I got to say. 18 drivers so far have put down laps to try and qualify in. Jamie Walker so far with a quick time around Kansas Speedway. Derek Paulson running in the second spot on the speed chart. Got a few notable names not here tonight. One amongst them, Terry Foster not here.
Terry Foster's not here. I didn't see the 17 of Brian Dees.
John Perkins qualifies up into the 9th spot. Brad Collins takes over the 14th spot. And Derek Paulson still driving that Halloween special painted up by Marielle. He did a good job in that car, Rick. Kind of won his way in.
He did. You gotta, if you have a lucky paint, you gotta stick with it, Chris.
Speaking of lucky paints, how about this one? It's the 16 TRJ Karting.com Ford Mustang driven by Ian Habiuk, our title sponsor car, hitting the track for the first time here tonight with just under 4 minutes to go here in qualifying. We saw him with a big old plate of food, Rick, so we know he's not going to go hungry during this race. We'll see if he is able to be hungry enough to fight for the race win later on.
I don't even think he chewed it. I mean, I think he just swallowed everything. Looking all serious and professional in his new sim rig, Chris. I like it.
He is. He's way more serious than he ever used to be. And he's only one of 2 onboard drivers that we've got here tonight. I gotta say though, right now, Dalton Kilroy, he's looking better than ever. Dalton's gone. All right, Habiuk on his first lap bumped himself up to the 19th starting spot. Let's see what lap number 2 will do, as he is about halfway through it. Turning down into turns 3 and 4, trying to find that white line. Lets it float up towards the wall, coming out of turn 4. And down below that white line on the apron across the start-finish line. And he bumps himself up to 9th quickest. Good second lap there for Ian, a 31.490. A very good second lap indeed.
So far, Chris, we got 20 cars on the board. There is 6 left who have not qualified yet, and we're running out of time here. That's the 3 of Corey Sherman, the 89 of Philip Van Vliet, the 8 of Amanda Sherman, the 54 of Matt Gruenberg, the 61 of Randy McAvoy, and the 51 of Josh Sexton.
A little surprised about Corey Sherman not qualifying here, Rick. I'm not going to be, well, I can't sugarcoat it. He's one of those drivers that really needs to find a way to win here tonight. And he's adding some extra pressure, trying to do it from the rear. We'll see if I'm right or wrong.
I think he's just worried. He doesn't want to qualify in the 16th or the 18th position, I think. The magnets on the 3 and the 44 are strong.
They are strong. True enough. True enough. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Turn 3 Racing Network. It is November 21st, and Thanksgiving is around the corner. We here at the Turn 3 Racing Network wish everybody to have a safe and happy holiday this coming week and enjoy that time with the family. Kansas City, yeah, oh boy. Kansas Speedway, the site of excitement here tonight for Blazing Pedals. Let's go ahead and take a look at the race info. Tonight, it's going to be stage racing on this 1.5 mile track. Stage 1 going to end at the end of lap number 40. Stage 2 at the end of lap 90. It's going to be a total of 165 laps. Drivers have 3 sets of tires, plus the one that they started with. I guess that's important. Temperature outside, 80 degrees. Track temperature, 97. Everything that we've heard throughout the week, well, throughout the last couple of days anyway, the setup is pretty decent. So these guys have no issues. Got to get it going here tonight.
They do. Now, something that I already learned from race control, Chris, we're looking at laps on fuel about 27-ish, somewhere around there. So drivers are going to have to make at least one green flag pit stop before the end of those stages. So it's going to get kind of interesting to see how things go.
All right, as we transition over, we're going to get ready for the grid. And starting on the pole tonight, it's going to be the driver of the number 88. It's Jamie Walker. Starting to his outside out of MFRD, it's the 6 of Derek Paulson. Inside row number 2, the 09 of James Miller. And to his outside, the 84 of Ram Racing. It's going to be Matt Hackathorn. 5 Kings Motorsports going to start in 5th spot with their number 41, driven by Dalton Kilroe. To his outside, it's going to be the 6 from Team AV. The 6th place starter out of Team AV, the 98 of Jeffrey Fisher. Starting in 7th spot tonight, it's going to be the 66 out of Team AV. It's going to be Jordan McAvoy. And to his outside, it's going to be the 19, driven by Marquis Smith. Free Jacob Black. Starting inside row number 5, it's the TRJKarting.com. Number 16, driven by Ian Habiak. John Perkins out of Speed Mafia. Going to start his 33 in 10th spot. Starting in 11th tonight out of S&M Motorsports, it's the number 1, Ty No Practice Morosco, into his outside. 5 Kings Motorsports, number 31, driven by Jason Day. In the next row, starting in 13th out of Work in Progress Racing, it's the 5 of Corey Rutherford. To his outside brother, Joshua Rutherford in the 55. Speed Mafia's number 22, going to start. Brad Collins in the 15th spot. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin in the 10, going to start in the 16th spot. Then it's going to be Aaron Bockover, Dave Seats, Mike Hamlin, Tanner Meyer, Matt Gruenberg, Philip Van Vliet, Joshua Sexton, Corey Rutherford.
Corey Sherman?
Corey Sherman, yeah. Randy McAvoy and Amanda Sherman to round it out. And we're getting ready to go green flag racing for the first time here tonight. Pace car drops off. Jamie Walker takes control of the field. We go green. First time crossing the start finish line under green here tonight. And Jamie Walker is trying to get away with that lead. Here comes James Miller, last week's winner, moving up already into the 2nd spot. Behind them, it's a bit of a gaggle. The 41 and the 84 having a nice little battle here for 4th spot on lap 1. Dalton Kilroe down on the inside, going to try and take it away from Hackathorn. Ooh, a little bit of wiggle there out of the 41. He gains the car back in, takes the spot at the racing line. Behind them, it's Jeffrey Fisher, that blue and white car. He's looking strong already here. Oh, big time move on the inside from Jeffrey Fisher. Goes around Hackathorn, tried to get even with the 41, couldn't do it. Jeffrey Fisher up to 5th spot.
Then things start settling down right behind Hackathorn, Chris. You got the 19 of Marquis Smith coming back. He's out there in that beautiful number 19, trying to go out there and do something here tonight. Right behind Marquis, you got Jordan McAvoy, who's got to have a good race here tonight, along with John Perkins. And then rounding out that top 10 right now is Ian Habiak in the TRJ Karting Mustang. And there's just a little bit of a break between him and Ty Morosco. Jason Day getting a good start here. Started here in 12th. He's still in 12th place. Got a bigger time, Chris. There is a lot of racing to go. 165 laps here tonight. We're on lap 3.
Corey Rutherford, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, 13th, 14th, 15th. It's going to be Matt Gruenberg already up 6 positions. So Gruenberg on the hunt to try and get himself towards the front early on in this one. It's going to come down to tire and fuel strategy here tonight. And Matt Gruenberg has proven it out time and 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 time again that he knows how to get to the front at the end of the race. Goes around Corey Rutherford now. Make it a +7 for Matt Gruenberg in the 14th spot. I don't know if there was enough times there. Gruenberg has won that many times.
He's won a lot this year so far, Chris. I mean, if you look at the side of his car, he's got win sticker. He's out of spots. He can't win no more. There's no more place to put a sticker on that car.
Go way back, 25th spot, Corey Sherman. And Sherman, don't know if it's a lack of speed or a lack of confidence or just a strategy played out, but he is hanging out towards the rear. The only one behind him, his wife, Amanda. Up front, Jamie Walker trying to pick up a little bit of a gap here. Already on lap number 6, the gap half a second. James Miller had a great race last week at the Roval, the Bach-over Roval. Miller picking up the race win, and he was solid as could be last week. Dalton Kilroe finding his groove now on the back bumper of 3rd spot. Derek Paulson. Derek started in 2nd, slid back on the opening lap. Derek Paulson, started in 2nd, is in 3rd. He's being followed by Dalton Kilroe. Kilroe up a spot into 4th. Jeffrey Fisher up a spot into 5th to round out that top 5. But the Ship of Dick, number 19, driven by Marquis Smith, the biggest mover inside the top 7 with 2. John Perkins going to match him up. He sits in the 8th spot. Up 2. And that beautiful number 33. We talked about MFRD, Rick, and that 33. That's an MFRD Racing Designs. Beautiful number 33 there. Man, the cars he did for the Mafia guys are pretty awesome.
Yeah, Speed Mafia debuted those patriotic machines right around Veterans Day, and I'm glad that the drivers kept it. I mean, I know we're missing Rick Thompson, Fred Thompson out there tonight. Hopefully everything's okay. We know that Rick Thompson's wife's a traveling nurse, so maybe he couldn't find good enough internet to run, or maybe just need to take some time off, Chris. But we miss old Rick out here, and Fred. We miss seeing their cars too, but they do look good.
Matt Gruenberg already up to the 11th spot. Trying to make it one more. He's working side by side with Ty Marosco. Marosco battling back on the outside. Not going to happen this time though. Out of turn number 2, the 54 coming with a head of steam on the inside. The 1 trying to hold the momentum on the outside. It's going to work out that lap.
And it looks like Ty Marosco got a little right side damage to the front end of the Ford Mustang, Chris. I don't know how much it's going to hurt him. Right now it's not hurting him. He's able to keep Gruenberg right behind him.
Well, that's a direct result of no practice. But don't worry. That little bit of damage is just going to make that Ford a little bit quicker.
I'm blaming it on the butt kicker that Marosco won on his Zebra Papasan chair that he uses. He moved up from the beanbag. I am proud.
Boy, speaking of moving up, let's take a look at this. The 98 of Jeffrey Fisher's having a whale of a start to this race. Up 3 spots into the 3rd position. As he got by Derek Paulson and Dalton Kilroe. Marquis Smith sits in the 6th spot. He's up 2. But the leader, since the drop of the green flag, the 88, Jamie Walker, 13 laps in, has led them all. This is really what Walker needs, Rick. He needs a shot in the arm heading forward into this chase. He's been a little up and down so far in this chase. Certainly a win here tonight would re-solidify the fact that he is a contender for this championship.
I think we know that he's a contender, Chris, but I mean, a rough start to the season for Walker, having a bunch of computer issues. Able to get them all figured out. But you're right. I mean, he came back pretty strong, and then he kind of faded off a little bit. And I mean, we know that the Duke crew can do it. We've seen it multiple times, multiple seasons.
Sam Baumgarten checking in chat. Sam?
Who? Who? The rookie?
The rookie. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
From Wyoming.
Hey, listen, I don't know. I just read things. That's what I read.
What? Now, I'm not too good at geography, but Pennsylvania is kind of far away from Wyoming, isn't it?
That's what I heard.
I mean, if he was up here in Vermont, that'd just be around the corner. But down there in Pennsylvania, I think that's a haul.
Well, that early speed that Jeffrey Fisher was showing may be starting to wear off as the newness of those tires also continues to wear off. Derek Paulson looking on the outside. He goes around. Oh, the 98 looks like he's going to do a quick pit stop, and here comes the 54. Oh, planned out teammate pit stop happening here at Kansas early on in this one.
That's one thing we got to give Team AB, Chris, is, you know, they do tend to work together very well. You know, Grunberg doesn't want to go down by himself. Neither does Fisher, both fast cars. But yeah, kind of early lap 16.
They know they had to stop.
Might as well come in now and continue on.
Well, the benefit here is it might put them up in the field a little bit further, depending on how they perform their pit stops. It was fuel only for the Team AV guys that have come down. 3 other drivers on pit road already. Jordan McAvoy, Joshua Rutherford, Corey Rutherford, all on pit road. As the 88 continues to stretch the gap here on second place, James Miller. Kilroe up 2 into 3rd spot, able to finally get around Derek Paulson. Paulson falls 2 into the 4th position. Marquis Smith up 3 into 5th. John Perkins having a heck of a good night. Already up 4 into the 6th spot. Tyler Roscoe somehow, some way, no practice needed. Up 4 into the 7th spot. Dave Seats, Ian Habiak, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. We're going to round out the top 10, but we've got more pit stops happening, including Marquis Smith, who pulls it down outside of the top 5. And that's going to move everybody up. So interesting bits of strategy happening now. And we're going to see which one is going to pay the dividends. Stage 1 set to end. 21 laps make it. Yeah, 21 laps from now. Because of the way that iRacing counts their laps. And Walker holds a 1.22 second lead over James Miller.
Now Amanda Sherman decides to bring her 8 machine down for her early service here.
And again, that's going to leave Corey out there by himself. He's up to the 14th spot after a lot of people have come down pit road. And now he's going to bring it down onto the apron. Corey Sherman set to bring it down pit road. Rick, when are we going to see our race leader bring it down? It's got to be thinking pretty soon.
I mean, lap 21, and we were told, you know, field run is about 27 laps, Chris. I'm actually surprised the 88's went around again.
Well, we know Don Kilroe can probably make it to lap 165 on this tank of fuel. But everybody else going to have to stop.
I think Darren can, and Dalton, there we go. I think Dalton can probably race half of the Texas race on this tank of gas, too.
He might be able to. James Miller going to bring it down pit road, surrenders second spot over to Dalton Kilrow. So half of the field now has been down pit road.
I think we're about to see the race leader come down. Yep, here he comes.
Jamie Walker going to bring it down. Dalton Kilrow says, you guys are rookies.
Haven't you guys learned anything from watching me all season?
Derek Paulson's trying. He's going to stay out. Just for giggles, let's hop in. Dalton Kilrow's cockpit view. Take a ride around the track with him. Not really saving fuel as Kilrow. So just wants to use up more of what was in the tank. See Jamie Walker just ahead of him trying to get out of pit road. Has to wait for that blue line commitment cone in order to pull up on the track. You see that cone to the left-hand side as Dalton Kilrow puts Jamie Walker down a lap. Derek Paulson on pit road now. And Kilrow woes it up. He's going to bring it down. He must want an ice cream. Ty Morosco going to lead a lap.
With no practice.
So Ty Morosco, Ian Habiak, TBB, your top three. Then it's Aaron Bockover and Joshua Sexton, our top five. Those five drivers have not come down pit road yet. All other drivers have.
Yeah, Ian Habiak decided to give up 5th place. He's going to start heading down pit road for his service. Aaron Bockover goes around. I think Bockover just wants to run out of fuel so he can go slowly into pit lane without getting a penalty. He's gotten better this season.
I was going to say, it's been a couple of weeks since he's had that kind of penalty. About a month and a half. So I figure it took about, what, 7 months?
7 months. He got it figured out. TBB coming down. Oh boy, here it comes. Oh boy, hold on to it, Aaron. Hold on to it.
That's the rest of them. Aaron Bockover. Oh, look at that. He is coming down nice and slow. Doing a great job.
And he put a good pass on the Butcher, Chris. Doc Butcher down to 3rd right now.
Bockover getting it done on pit road. Careful, Aaron. That's how you get black flags. Lap 28. And Jamie Walker has resumed the race lead. Now let's see how the rest of the field shakes out. Looks like Marquis Smith, Brad Collins may have had problems on pit road, as they are both being scored a lap down still. Brad Collins almost 2 laps. So it's Walker, Dave Seats, James Miller, Matt Gruenberg, Jeffrey Fisher, your top 5. Miller, Gruenberg, Fisher, all Team AV, running 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Yeah, they don't work together as a team at all.
I'm excited about seeing Dave Seats up there in 2nd, Chris. I mean, you know, they call him Dave Euro Seats. He is a decorated road racer. Decided to give Opel a chance this season with the Blazing Pedals. He's been up towards the front a few times. He does really good at the road courses, and now I think he's getting this Opel thing down.
Let's just call it what he is, okay? He's the best road racer in the country.
I agree with that.
Dave Seats. Also a pretty funny guy. You can usually check out some of the funny things he has to say on Monday nights at 8 o'clock over on the TNA Shop Talk on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Oh, now he's going to be putting the pressure on Jamie Walker as the 14 goes on the inside of the start-finish line. Dave Seats leading this thing now.
Dave Seats in the 14 leads the way. Yeah, I think he's starting to get a little used to this little thing they call oval racing.
But, you know, Chris, one thing, I mean, I've been on the service now for a number of years, and one thing you taught me is doesn't matter how good of an oval racer you are, or as, you know, it doesn't matter how good of a road racer you are. If you don't get the knowledge from the other side, I mean, I'm an oval guy, and you push me towards road, and it really does help your racecraft, and I think it's definitely helping Dave Seats right now.
Yeah, I think
that seat time.
Yeah, seat time. There's no replacement for seat time, for sure.
Especially when your last name Seats. He's got that seats. He's got that seats time.
He's got that seats time. Well, Dave Seats has got more than that, as he has got the race lead. Stage 1 gonna end in about 9 laps from now. And Dave Seats putting the gap on Jamie Walker. Walker, 0.7 of a second off pace.
And at one point when I looked, I was going to mention it there, but then Dave Seats put on the afterburners, Chris. Jamie Walker had over a 2-second lead on Dave Seats, and now Dave Seats is putting it back on him now.
Oh, well, sometimes there's reasons, Rick. Sometimes there's reasons, and it looks like Dave Seats really wanted to win stage number 1, as he is one of a handful of drivers that took tires on that last pit stop.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Chris. Good catch.
Well, they don't call me Good Catch Chris for nothing. Wait, they don't actually call me that.
But do now.
I guess so. The field has certainly separated quite a bit as I'm looking through. I mean, there's some close battles, don't get me wrong. Like, here we are with James Miller, Dalton Kilroy, and Jeffrey Fisher. That's 4th through 6th. But then there's a gap. Back to Derek Paulson, then there's a gap. Back to Ty Morosco, then there's a gap. Back to John Perkins, a gap. Back to Jordan McAvoy. So those pit stops really did help to separate out the field a little bit.
They did. One guy that you skipped over is the guy who's sitting in 3rd place right now, Matt Grunberg in the 54, Chris. He's actually about 3.5 seconds behind 2nd place Jamie Walker right now.
Yeah, so... Well, the one thing we'll say about that is that coming in early seemed to really pay off for Matt Grunberg. James Miller also came in with him. Miller sits in the 4th spot. So those two drivers getting it done. Miller, of course, started in the 3rd spot here tonight. Now in 4th, just one away from where he started.
No, Marquise, you calling it quits already, buddy? I know you did say, you said you hate Kansas, but then you said the setup felt good. Just not good enough for 165 laps, I'm guessing?
It's both. It's a real love-hate relationship here for Marquise and Kansas.
You just got to Larson it all the way around, bro.
Now Kilroy able to get around James Miller and Jeffrey Fisher now. Fisher going to lose a spot to Miller. Derek Paulson lurking behind them. Let's go back and check in on the 3 car. That's Corey Sherman. Sherman, who did not qualify, is up 6 spots into the 18th position after passing Corey Rutherford. So I don't know, Rick. It's kind of an odd strategy to try and start from the rear. I mean, it works for Grunberg, but it doesn't necessarily have to work for everybody else. We'll see what happens at the end of this one. Corey Sherman looking for a race win here tonight to try and catapult him into the round of 8.
And Corey been very consistent all season long, Chris. I mean, it shows in the point standings right now, doing a good job, but he isn't in that make it or break it point right now. Unfortunately, he was, doing a really good job with the roll and one turn, one mistake, as you saw Monday on Shop Talk over there on TNA Motorsports on Facebook. Little blunder. And at the end of the night, maybe he just wanted to come in here and try to relax a little bit and do what he has to do. And now, as I'm watching, actually, Chris, Dave Seats going around right now. We're about to end stage number 1 here.
Yes, we are. He's on the front stretch. Caution flag getting ready to fly for the first time here tonight at Kansas. The winner of stage number 1 going to be Dave Seats. A great job from Dave Seats. Getting it done. Stage number 1.
Putting the punishment down.
Ooh. Well, you went full send on that one.
I do miss the Autism Speaks car. I will. But you know what cause paints do to me? They make me all feel soft inside. Marquise, okay, the track needs to be demolished, but you gotta, first it's New Hampshire, and then Chris, I don't know, somehow got Phoenix on to be number 2, so we can add this to number 3.
Yeah, and you can't really demolish it. I mean, you could delete it. See if
We need some Auto Club.
See if iRacing will give you your money back for the track.
It doesn't work, trust me, I tried.
Stage 1 goes to Dave Seats, and that is the first caution of the evening. We're going to step away for just a moment here, live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Don't go away. Plenty of stage racing and the finish of the round at 12 live right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Back live here at Kansas for the final race, the race of 12 here for the Blazing Pedals. Jordan, good to see you out there in chat, bud. Looks like chat is a happening spot here tonight. I love it. Thank you very much for tuning in to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. Again, watching the final of the round of 12 here at Blazing Pedals. Next week, we begin the round of 8 as championship season is definitely upon us. Pace car lights are off. We're getting set to go back under the green flag. Jamie Walker, John Perkins, Dave Seats, Matt Gruenberg, your top 4. James Miller, Jeffrey Fisher round out the top 6. Then it's Derek Paulson, Ty Morosco, Don Kilroy, Jordan McAvoy to round out the top 10. Been a good one here so far. Only one caution, that for the stage break. And the pace car going to drop off. Jamie Walker going to take control of the field. He lays down the power, a little bit of a slide out of the 88. Still on those original set of tires, but he is gone. Dave Seats pulls up into second spot. 3 wide right now for third spot. And it's going to be James Miller and Matt Gruenberg battling it out for the spot. The 14 goes around Jamie Walker. Walker heading backwards. Gruenberg now to the outside. James Miller going to push up to the outside. Here comes Jeffrey Fisher out of nowhere. Fisher going to head on up. Walker certainly going backwards here on the restart. Matt Gruenberg trying to track down Dave Seats. He's going to take it to the outside, trying to hold on to the momentum of the track. Dave Seats down to the inside. Both of these drivers on newer tires. Seats going to try and assert his dominance here after winning stage number 1. Matt Gruenberg going to try and assert his dominance after being the winningest driver here this season for Blazing Pedals. It's side by side going into turns 1 and 2. Gruenberg by an inch has it. Here comes Dave Seats to battle back on the inside. Can he get there? No. Matt Gruenberg is the race leader. .48 laps for Gruenberg to gain 20 positions and take over the race lead. A lot of drivers with fresh tires, only a handful that don't have them. First gentleman on track that doesn't have it, Jamie Walker, who has slipped back to the 11th spot. So tire strategy already becoming pretty big here at Kansas, and Jamie Walker's trying to set himself up to have a lot of sets of tires to go. Jeffrey Fisher has been great here so far as he gets around James Miller. Fisher started in the 6th spot, currently running in 3rd. And he has shown a lot of early speed on fresh tires, and then it sort of wears away and he'll back up. Here comes Derek Paulson now. Paulson into the top 5 after getting around Ty Morosco. Paulson would like to try and win a stage, or maybe just a race, or maybe both. You never really know with him. Jordan McAvoy, a driver that has to try and win here tonight. Right now, 7th spot. Just behind Tom Morosco. He takes it down onto the apron. Pulls even with Tom Morosco. Now has a slight advantage. Heading into turns 1 and 2. The 66 on the inside. He's going to follow the 6 around. As they have caught James Miller. Miller in the 4th spot. Miller under pressure now. Here comes the 6. Derek Paulson trying to take it away. He does. And there is a swarm of cars ready to try and pass him. Tom Orozco takes it down, and unfortunately for him, Jordan McAvoy was already where he wanted to go. So Miller, with a little bit of a reprieve, drops it down to the inside. He's going to battle back with Derek Paulson, trying to get that 4th spot back. Great battle here, side by side. Derek Paulson, James Miller. This is for 4th. Miller was taking it on the inside, going into the corner, but on the outside, coming out, Derek Paulson with a head of steam, able to hold on to it. Paulson using that middle lane, really benefiting himself. Miller takes it down to the apron. Tom Orozco also on the apron. Jordan McAvoy watching. TBB has caught him. TBB is now in the mix. He's one of the drivers that also has to try and win here tonight. Ty Orozco in the 1 car, not letting anybody get away with one here.
Scary place to be, Chris, there, and a little bit of a gaggle there, knowing that you have to have a good race because a lot can happen there, but these drivers doing a fine job. Pat Roscoe looking on the outside. Oh, the 66 McAvoy. Because he can go up there, but I'm going to go down here. I'm going to pass him with my teammate.
Yeah, McAvoy just trying to get around everybody at this point. Needs to work himself towards the front, along with the Butcher. The Butcher right behind Tom Orozco. And Mike Hamlin has also caught this group of cars. So this has been a good little battle here, raging on for about 6 or 7 laps so far. Meanwhile, Matt Gruenberg continues to lead the way with Dave Seats in 2nd, Jeff Fisher in 3rd. Then it's this gaggle of cars right here. 4th on back to about the 9th position. In fact, it is the 9th position. So a good 5-car battle. What a lovely thing to have here on a Sunday night.
I'm seeing a lot of fresh Goodyears out there too.
Yes, there are. Check in with Jamie Walker. He came out of stage 1 as the race leader, but has fallen all the way back to the 15th spot. Again, he did not take... Oh, Ty Orozco jumps his car into the wall. What a shot he took. Able to keep it going in the right direction somehow, but man, did that car step out.
Not happy with the way the pit crew pounded it out during that last stage caution, Chris, maybe. Figured he'd do it himself.
Oh, he pounded it all right into the wall.
The butt kicker must have jumped up a little bit and scared him.
Meanwhile, the Butcher has moved himself up to 6th spot. He is right behind James Miller. Now he moves it up to the top side of the track. Miller already locked into the round of 8. Check in on Dave Seats. Dave Seats trying to track down our race leader, Matt Gruenberg, but Gruenberg starting to check out. 0.8 is the gap between Matt Gruenberg and 2nd place Dave Seats. Jeffrey Fisher is trying to close in on Dave Seats. That's for 3rd. And then we have Derek Paulson, who was battling it out with those 5 other drivers, but kind of stepped away And then we have what is now 4 after Tanner just took a lick into, or excuse me, Ty took a lick into the wall and actually brought it down pit road.
Yeah, and look at the Doc Butcher right now on that outside. Got Mike Hamlin right behind him. McAvoy staying high, also battling it out right now with the 09 and Miller. They're drag racing right now.
Yeah, that's good stuff. On the outside, it's TBB getting a good push from Mike Hamlin. Hamlin trying to make something happen. He wants to go.
Now he's thinking about looking down on the inside there, but nope. Oh.
Philip Van Vliet's going to find himself in the wrong place at the wrong time, as the Kool-Aid 89 is right in the way for these guys. Oh, and they start to squeeze it together. Mike Hamlin kind of pushed back a little bit. Little contact made between the 09 and the 10. TBB has to back off just a little bit. He puts the foot back into it, and they get back into it again. Mike Hamlin into the back of the 09. Now Hamlin and McAvoy lined up side by side. TBB and James Miller side by side. Good battles going on right here. Don't have to go anywhere else on the track. This is a good one. Miller trying to find some speed, puts it on the white line and does get in front of TBB, but he does not clear him. TBB on the outside, gonna battle back.
This is almost like watching the Thunderbirds or the Blue Angels play, Chris. These guys synchronized driving right now.
Oh, this is good stuff.
It is.
We've got about 26 laps to go before the next scheduled caution. We know these guys are going to have to come down pit road. The question is when. And we have still got a great battle going on here for the 5th spot. Right now, TBB has it, and he's going to be able to clear the 09. Finally. It took forever. And here comes the 09 battling back on the inside. Oh, James Miller not going away. Great racing right here. Miller putting on a show. Oh, he goes down below the white line just a little bit, gets himself loose. Now it's going to bring it down pit road.
Yeah, I think you decided to come down pit road there, Chris. One of the first drivers there, the 88, Jamie Walker, down on pit road right now.
Watch for Walker, maybe taking tires this time by, as it would be the first set that he has been able to take. We'll see. Matt Gruenberg leading the way, 1.4 seconds over Dave Seats here on lap 67. Derek Paulson sitting in the 3rd spot. And here comes Dave Seats coming down pit road. Mike Hamlin going to bring it down. Amanda Sherman going to bring it down. A huge pile of cars working pit road right now. Gruenberg continues to lead the way. Next scheduled caution going to be at the end of lap number 90. Gruenberg would love a win to lock in to that round of 8 coming up starting next week here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Corey Sherman coming off from pit road, going to try and stay ahead of the race leader. Can he do it?
Little interesting note, Chris. James Miller back on pit road once again.
Ooh, James Miller, did he get hit with a penalty is the question. Corey Sherman does end up going down a lap. We'll get that back as soon as Gruenberg goes on to pit road.
No, race control letting me know Dalton Spun getting on pit road again.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Fallen high enough in the points where it may not matter here tonight, but I got to be honest. The last few weeks have not been as clean for the last season's champion as they could have been. And that is a little worrisome. Derek Paulson going to take over the race lead as Gruenberg comes down pit road. We have 6 drivers that have not come down pit road. Make it 5 because here comes our race leader, Derek Paulson, the next one up, TBB. He's bringing it down. And then it's going to be Mr. Joshua Sexton in the 51.
And he's going to say, nah, I think I'm going to stay out here.
Sexton leads a lap here at Kansas Speedway.
Coming in turns 3 and 4, Sexton calls out that the 51 is going to be coming down for service. Looks like Brad Collins, number 22, is going to be coming down. That might mean that Aaron Baco we're going to be leading one unless he comes down.
Aaron Bockover joins the list of drivers who have led here tonight at Kansas. Lap number 73 is all his. And Rick, I think we're going to try and go back to see what happened with Dalton Kilrow. Let's see if we can get there. Going to have to back it up a little bit just to see. Oh my goodness. Let's bring this in full speed. The rear end just kicks out from underneath the 41. He tries to straighten it up. May have waited a little too long before he got back on the throttle, and down pit road he goes. So hellacious spin, a big time sink there for Dalton Kilrow. As Kilrow goes around our race leader. And I believe that he is rejoining the lead lap cars by doing that pass. He has got a long way to go. Dave Seats goes around the 54 of Gruenberg. Gruenberg on older tires. Dave Seats, I think, is on his last set of tires. I believe he has used all 3 up. Jamie Walker, just to keep everybody up and apprised of the situation, is on fresh tires. So look for the 88 to try and push his way for the next 15 laps to try and get towards the front. Right now, it's all Dave Seats. Winner of stage 1 leads the way here one more time.
And Jamie Walker already making moves, Chris. He's sitting in 9th position right now. It's just catching up to the back bumper there of the 84 Hackathorn. But back before that pit stop happened, Jamie was down in 20th, fell down to 22nd. So as those pit stops started coming through, he was able to work his way back up to now 8th. I don't think he's done yet. Really good pit stop there by the Duke crew, 15 seconds.
And Dave Seats,
Jamie even stopped for a Mountain Dew.
Dave Seats, our race leader, who's able to get around Corey Sherman. Sherman now being scored the first car, 1 lap down. That is not what Corey Sherman needs here deep in to this second stage. Sherman needs to put the pedal down one way or the other here if he's going to have a chance for the round of 8.
Do it for Dale, buddy.
Matt Gruenberg sits in the 2nd spot. Mike Hamlin in 3rd. Behind him, Jeffrey Fisher sits in the 4th spot. Derek Paulson is in 5th. Derek has been top 5, top 6, top 7 all night long. He's having a pretty fine race. Very consistent. Before too much longer, he's going to be asked to try and win a race, though. And he's going to have to do it with that beautiful paint job. One more time, I believe, to try and win this championship. We'll see.
I mean,
Taylor,
if that happens, he's got to get a die cast made of that car so he can send it to Michael Falk.
he
That
really
way Michael
should.
can give it to his daughter.
Yeah.
Just saying, it's a good idea.
It's a great idea. Get it signed and everything. That'd be cool. Taylor Butcher Benjamin up to the 6th spot, but I don't know how much longer is Jamie Walker is coming, and he is coming fast. Those tires make all the difference, and Walker is using them up. Stage point would be great. And Walker is looking for it. He drives down underneath the 10, makes that pass pretty easily. Dave Seats about 15 seconds ahead of Jamie Walker, though. So again, this field has gotten stretched out quite a bit. And Rick, I'm trying to figure out, maybe you can figure out what happened with Aaron Bockover now being scored 3 laps down, way back in the 24th spot after that last set of pit stops.
I don't know if I want to rehash that.
Just saying. Just coincidence? I think not.
I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm gonna put it right in chat. There you go. Hashtag BLB. Speeding on pit road. The number 44. We gave him the curse. It was a good run, Mr. Bockover. Sleep in tomorrow. You don't have to worry about Shop Talk. And again, the Shermans, owners of Savage Edge Graphics, where I got a beautiful make Aaron great again. Still looking for that refund. Working. I feel bad.
And something has happened with James Miller's car, because since he was running in that pack, he had a little bit of a squirrely incident. Didn't really get a lot of damage, but it is not the same car. Rick, he's going sideways around the corner.
He is.
James Miller having a hell of a time trying to hold on to the 09. He might be eating a donut, drinking a coffee.
I was just gonna say, it's that, Chris, or it's the curse of bringing out Christmas colors before Thanksgiving, which I will admit, our Christmas tree's up right now. That's all I'm gonna say. I got 3 very excited kids.
Well, Dave Seats continues to lead the way here, trying to win stage number 2, but I think, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty certain he has used up all 3 sets of his tires. And it's going to be a long road to hoe for the rest of the night for the 14.
I mean, right now he's got a good gap on Mike Hamlin, Matt Grunberg, both just over 8 seconds. Exactly 8 seconds.
Shelly, that's exactly what we say. You just don't hear it. We mute the mics and we say the same thing. Except for instead of 44, we like TNA. It's been an interesting season for TNA this year. Not going as predicted. Not normal. And we have a caution on the track for the first time, not due to a stage ending caution.
It looks like it might have been because of the number 5, Chris.
Well, let's go back and take a peek. We see some smoke on the track. So we got Jamie Walker working the inside of the 5 to the outside. Looks like he is leaning that car over pretty hard. I wouldn't be surprised if yep, there it is. He spins it out. You could just tell the way that car was sitting, it wanted to turn. And probably just a little too much on the old gas pedal. And it finished itself off. Let's watch this from this angle. You see that thing just all of a sudden it kind of leaned over to the right hand side, then add that plus a little bit of gas and well, around you go. No damage to the 5. That's the upside.
I was gonna say he did a great job keeping it up the wall.
And this is going to be a very interesting end to stage number 2 because it's going to be, I think, about 2 laps of a shootout. But more importantly, the whole group of cars is going to be condensed into a pack yet again. And just as I say that, Rick, we've got a bunch of people visiting pit road. Matt Grunberg, Jeffrey Fisher, Derek Paulson, Jamie Walker, The Butcher, Jordan McAvoy, Matt Hackathorn, Tanner Marr, Joshua Sexton, John Perkins, Dalton Kilrow, all visiting pit road.
Gotta-
11 drivers.
Yeah, gotta get in there before it closes, Chris. And it might end up being a 1-lap shootout.
It may. It may. I may have miscounted. Lap down cars should be eligible to come down pit road right now. And then we would go back green flag. No, yeah. No matter how you slice it, it's going to get interesting. Our lap down drivers now on pit road, including Randy McAvoy, Corey Sherman, Brad Collins, Corey Rutherford, James Miller, Amanda Sherman, Jason Day, and Ty Morosco. Add to that list Ian Habiak. The shorter the shootout, the more interesting it's going to be. So first caution of the night, self-spin by the 5 of Corey Rutherford. Sorry, first non-scheduled caution flag of the night. As we see the 41 bringing it down pit road one more time, along with Aaron Bockover, and it looks like possibly Joshua Sexton, if I believe that's right. It was.
And there we go. We might as well just call Dave Seats as the winner of stage 2, Chris. They're going to extend the caution here.
All right, Dave Seats. For the second time tonight, going to be a stage winner, Dave Seats. Stage 2 winner, congratulations going out to the 14 team. A great job for him tonight. And with that, Rick, we're going to step away for just a moment, try and catch our break. When we come back, it's going to be a shootout to lap 165 live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free.
from Kansas. As we get ready to go back under the green flag, Dave Seats has control of the field. Pace car pulls onto pit road. Seats, Mike Hamlin, get it back under the green flag. Here we go. Third and final stage underway.
Now it's a whole lot of racing to 165.
Oh, we've got contact between Fisher and Derek Paulson. Paulson able to drive out of it. Unbelievable. And the 98 gets away with one there. That would have been on him. Here comes Matt Gruenberg on the inside. Gruenberg going to take the spot away from Mike Hamlin. Now looking for one against his teammate, Jeffrey Fisher. Fisher on fresh tires has been absolutely amazing here tonight, but he does fade back after about 15 laps. We'll see if he's able to get around the 14. Matt Gruenberg takes it down to the inside. The 14 doesn't see him there and can't do anything about it. The 54 and the 98 go around Dave Seats. Matt Gruenberg, your race leader.
Look at the guy who's in fourth right now, Chris. Doc Butcher really getting a good run there on Dave Seats number 14. And he's looking on the inside here. He's going to make a nice easy pass on that inside. He clears the 14, moves himself up into the third position. Here comes the 66, Jordan McAvoy, getting ready to do the same move. The 66 moves up. Dave Seats starting to fall back.
Dave Seats is beginning to fall back, and Jordan McAvoy doing just the opposite. What a great race he is having. He started in 7th spot here tonight. One of those must-win drivers here tonight. And right now, he's in 4th spot. 2 of the cars ahead of him, teammates, Matt Gruenberg and Jeffrey Fisher. TBB breaks up the team from a 1-2-3. So some pit stop strategies happening there. And this one is going to get very interesting towards the middle of this run. Some drivers have 1 set of tires left. Some drivers, like Dave Seats, I think have used them all up. And some drivers have 2 sets of tires left. That is all part of the gamesmanship here at Blazing Pedals. You're going to have to figure it out. What's the best way to try and win?
You got to go fast and be the first across the start finish line.
That works usually. Yep. You know what you have to do when you absolutely must win, Rick? You have to be on the lead lap. Corey Sherman right now is not on the lead lap. He is trying to catch 7th place Dave Seats. So he is working his way towards the front. But really, the first car 1 lap down, wouldn't mind seeing a caution flag early on into this stage.
I mean, that would be the ideal situation there for Corey Sherman.
Unfortunately for him, I don't see it happening. Listen,
No.
I mean, it's been a very clean race here tonight. Not a lot of problems out there on track. And we got a battle brewing for 2nd spot as the 10 has got right to the rear bumper of the 98. So Fisher defending off against TBB. TBB has to find a way around. It's good to be Matt Gruenberg right now. You have a teammate as a blocker. It's just going to be a matter of how long can he block the 10 car. And then the answer, Rick, is not very long at all. TBB goes around the 98. TBB up to 2nd spot. The Butcher trying to get there for a race win. And now Jeffrey Fisher brings it down to the inside, tries to take it away and floats up the track. Almost makes contact, stays off the side of TBB. And the 98 using that inside very well, but that will kill your tires the more times you try and do that move. And here we go again, right down to the white line, powers it right back up. That is going to hurt tires.
Oh, caution.
Caution on the track. That is exactly what Corey Sherman wanted to see, but not what MFRD wanted to see, as it involved Derek Paulson. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened with the 6 car as he was battling with the 22. That's Brad Collins on the inside. Collins was going down to the apron, then came right back up. Right into Derek Paulson. And Paulson arca braked right back into the outside retaining wall. Let's take a peek here one more time. So you see the 22, he's below the apron and then he moves right back up. And Rick, I don't know if that's been his typical racing line or not, but boy, that is not what the 6 need. Oh, it gets worse for the 6 as there is Barbecue City happening from underneath that car.
And you know as well as I do, Chris, that's not good.
No. All right, so with the bad is the good. Corey Sherman's going to be back on the lead lap after we go back to the green flag right now. TBB is our race leader. Tanner Marr, who if you scroll way back up in the chat, you'll see he said, well, we're not very fast here tonight and we don't have any speed and it's going to take a miracle. Well, right now he's in 2nd spot. Third on back on the lead lap on pit road. Shelly, make that caution happen. Well, if he would have been making that caution happen, it wouldn't have been good.
He
But
doesn't want to make it.
Yeah, but he got away with one and didn't get a caution and on something he did. But hey, there's a first for everything this season. Caution comes out. Corey Sherman wasn't involved, and neither was the 44. My goodness, there was no TNA member involved in that one. Rick,
The key word there should be yet.
Rick, quick.
Yeah.
Call the EMTs. I think I'm having a heart attack.
Oh boy. I think if Corey didn't get a caution soon, Chris, I think the 44 would have sacrificed his machine sitting in 24th position for the greater good of the team.
Uh-huh.
Of course, the Shermanator only one in the running right now until after lap 165, Chris.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Got to do something here.
You're gonna have to race like you haven't raced all season. That's all there is to it. The laps are ticking down, 62 to go. Well, you got your luck. You got your wish. Shelly, he is back on the lead lap. In fact, not even in last place on the lead lap. Going to be restarting in the 11th spot. Make it 10th because I'm sure there's going to be a penalty coming out somewhere. Oh, but Brad Collins is already behind him, so probably not. Yeah, we'll call him 11th. Rick, any word from race control?
Yeah, basically going to be a racing incident there, Chris. So the 22 and the 6 both going to be getting an EOL penalty for bringing out that caution. No strikes against neither driver, but they will have to go to the back or the end of the line.
All right, deemed a racing incident. And we have a new race leader, Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Starting on this outside, it's going to be Tanner Marr in the 4. In the second row, it's going to be Jeffrey Fisher and Matt Gruenberg. Third row, Matt Hackathorn, Jordan McAvoy. Row 4 are going to be Ian Habiuk, John Perkins. Row 5, Jamie Walker, Dalton Kilrow. And row 6, the last 2 drivers on the lead lap, it's going to be Joshua Sexton and Corey Sherman. Don't blink. Pace car
Don't
lights
blink.
are off. I think I'm going to do something different here, Rick. I don't normally do it. Not like this, but we're going to go ahead and turn it up.
All right.
We're back live here in Kansas, and it was an exciting crank it up, just like we like to do. And we've got a new race leader. It's going to be Dolan Kilrow, who was able to get around TBV. Second place now belongs to Jamie Walker, and John Perkins out of nowhere sits in third. I love doing turn it up, Rick, but it hurts my ears.
It does. I mean, I said something to you, like, I can't hear nothing. All of a sudden, the game came over the microphone, and I couldn't hear nothing either. I mean, you know me, man. As soon as we do this, I try to talk too much anyway. I crank it up anyway. I mean, I go to bed to this sound.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so it is Kilrow, Walker, Perkins, Gruenberg, and Benjamin Butcher, your top five. Then it's Jeffrey Fisher, Jordan McAvoy, Kennemar, Joshua Sexton, Matt Hackathorn to round out the top 10. In 11th spot, Corey Sherman. And Sherman just does not look like he has the speed here tonight, Rick.
No, he's having a tough time. That's for sure.
Oh, you're welcome, Mark. That's what we're here for, bud. Just to turn it up. So Kilrow recovering nicely from that earlier pit road spin. The retake, well, to take really first place after starting in 5th here tonight. Our pole sitter working right behind him. And this harkens back to last season a little bit, Rick.
And it's been a long season, and there's been a lot of different things going on, that's for sure.
Oh, but last season it was the 41, the
Last
88.
season, 41, 88. Oh, yeah. Matt Grunberg came in and said, I'll challenge you guys, and he definitely put that down onto a list. And he checked that off multiple times.
11 times. 11 times this season. John Perkins sitting in the 3rd spot. Huge gap between 2nd and 3rd. Then there's a pretty good sized gap back to the 4th place too. Matt Gruenberg maybe trying to save that one last set of tires he has. But we're going to see how much it hurts right now, as he is losing time to our race leaders. Jeffrey Fisher rounds out the top 5, but Jordan McAvoy right on the back bumper. So too is TBB and Tanner Meyer.
Uh, 11 times. He's got a few more chances to add to that. I don't know where he's going to put the stickers though. I mean, I looked at it; it's going right down.
Sorry,
right down
I don't mean to laugh, but I had to go over and read chat, and Mark's absolutely right. Just need the 41 to get into the 44. It'll be just like last year. Oh lordy.
Still the most watched video on YouTube. I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness, the win last year at Charlotte.
At Bockover Motor Speedway.
Yeah, Bockover Motor Speedway.
He promised one thing, Chris, and he let it go. We had 3 races to go in a championship, and he goes, Dalton will not win the championship. He will not finish. And the next thing you know, Eric Bockover finds himself in 1st place, and he did not want to mess that up at all.
Who can blame him? I'll take a race win anytime. Jamie Walker has caught the back bumper of the 41. So Kilrow starting to feel a little pressure now from the 88. The 88 moves down to the inside. Fancy little move there to go side by side with Kilrow, and the 88 is going to take over the race lead just like that.
We got some pit stops happening now. As Taylor the Butcher, Benjamin, Tanner Marr coming in, James Miller, Paulson, Roscoe sitting in the pits. Of course, got some damage to those 2 cars. Ives calling out his pit stop now.
I don't know if anybody can do it, but if they can get it to 138, that would be the last pit stop they would need. So those people that just came in for pit stops, they're going to have to stop again. The only exception to that rule may be that gentleman right there on screen, the 41. John Perkins all by himself in the 3rd spot. Matt Grunberg in 4th, all by himself with Jeffrey Fisher right behind. Jordan McAvoy in the 6th spot, one of those drivers that needs a win here tonight. Joshua Sexton in the 51. Up 16 spots in the 7th. That's a pretty good night. Matt Hackathorn in the 84. In the 8th position, and Ian Haybuck in 9th. All other drivers 1 lap down. A few of them because they came down pit road. They include Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, Tanner Marr, Corey Sherman, and Randy McAvoy, Mike Hamlin. 4th road. No, Dave didn't come down. Yeah, we'll throw him in the mix anyway. Dave seats. So we're going to see what will happen here. As we're racing to the next pit stop. And it's got to be a little concerning for the likes of Matt Gruenberg and Jeffrey Fisher right now, who are watching the gap actually increase to our race leader. They were banking on an extra set of tires maybe being enough to catch up, but if I'm not mistaken, Jamie has an extra set of tires himself, and he's got a pretty substantial lead.
Yeah, I do believe you're right, Chris. I mean, it's kind of hard to keep track of all 26 cars to find out when everybody took tires and stuff like that, but that's very true. Mark is saying looks like they may be like 5 laps short after pit stop, so we're gonna have to see another round, probably fuel only, or guys maybe trying to take tires. This is gonna get interesting as the laps wind down here tonight at Kansas.
Yeah, so what do you try and do? Do you try and split it up, or do you try and get all that you can and maybe just come in for a quick couple of gallons? Oh boy, decisions.
A lot of decisions right now.
Well, the guy that has to really come up with it, because it's going to set the stage for a few others, it's going to be Jamie Walker. And right now, he looks like he's content to just stay out on track. He is starting to open up a little bit of a lead here on Dalton Kilrow. It's up to almost 0.9, 9/10 of a second now, just passed. And it looks like James is a little faster getting into the corners than Dalton. Dalton may be a little quicker coming out. That's the difference between those two drivers. Ian Haybuck was about to go down a lap, but the 88 said, no, I'm going to come down pit road instead. Dalton Kilrow is going to follow him. So Walker and Kilrow on the same page here as they both bring it on down pit road. That's going to give Matt Gruenberg a chance to lead here late into this one. Lap 129, it goes over to him. Gordon McAvoy in second, Jeffrey Fisher in third, Joshua Sexton fourth. Here comes the 31. That's Jason Day making his debut in the 31 car.
And I mean, I know the car looks pretty similar to the 41. It was actually mentioned on Discord too. I mean, you know, same colors, but in a different configuration. But there's just something about black, red, and white, Chris, on a race. I mean, black, red, and white, that just speaks racing to me. I love that car. Michael, you did a fabulous job on that car. Again.
Nothing wrong with teammates. Look at them roughly the same.
I hope not, because I don't want to change the car again.
Yeah, we just talked about that yesterday. Here comes the 66 and the 98. Jeffrey Fisher sideways trying to get on pit road. The 66 locks him up. And the 54 of Gruenberg stays out on track.
Things are getting heated out there, Chris. This isn't the championship race, boys. This is just getting into the next round. Settle down.
Oh, Rick, you gotta check your eyes. See, I knew it all along. It's dark blue. Ha! I didn't.
Start blue.
Yeah, I didn't really know
You didn't?
that. Matt Gruenberg's gonna bring it down pit road. So some of these guys that have already come need to make their way around this track quickly. The guy that's gonna try and pick up the race lead is Jamie Walker. Dalton Kilrow in second. Right now, Corey Sherman would be in the third spot if everything worked out the way he wants it to.
Is it really?
Rick, you
I need
put
new
your glasses
bro.
on, Rick. Come on.
I have my glasses on. The good news is I got to go in December to get my eyes checked. So maybe I'm color. You know what? As the light hits it, Chris, I thought it was like a matte black, but it is. It is a dark blue. Wow.
Yeah, I can't tell.
It's only like right now. I'm like on a very close chase side view. Right now it looks black, but as it comes into the sun right here, you can definitely see blue. That is cool. I like that. See, that's exactly what you meant to do. You meant to make it look like that, man. It's like one of them cool color changing cars. You're the first one in iRacing that can actually do it.
I don't. I see black. Sorry. Now I know that I do have a little bit of color blindness. So that's on me.
Here's the thing, Chris. This is something that I learned too. So looking back at Dale Earnhardt's car, I watched a video the other day on YouTube, and the stripe on the bottom. You know how I've always, like, when I first started iRacing, I was like, I'm gonna do the Intimidator's car, and I always put that little stripe on the bottom as a red color. Come to find out, it's actually a Ford orange from the old Mustangs that Dale wanted on there. It is not red; it's actually orange. So, there you go.
All right. Well, after that last,
My whole life's a lie. My whole life's a lie, man.
Just end it now, man. No, don't. My Lord, don't.
Right now it's blue, brother. It's blue. Nope. Now it's black. It's black.
I'm telling you, it's like the dress. You know, is it gold? Is it whatever color? I don't remember. It's like that dress, though.
Lord. Yeah, I hear you. You can't go by dresses. Can't go. Those female things. You got fuchsia, you got pink, you got salmon. It's all the same dress, man. Okay?
That's true. That is true. It's like I have way less colors in my vocabulary than my wife does. All right, so I'm going to try this one more time. After that last round of pit stops, Jamie Walker, Dalton Kilrow, Corey Sherman, Matt Gruenberg, John Perkins, our top five. Jeffrey Fisher, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, Jordan McAvoy, Joshua Sexton, Matt Hackathorn, our top 10. Tanner Marr, actually the last driver on the lead lap. So he's doing a lot better than he thought he was going to do here tonight. And there's Corey Sherman right there. About 10 seconds behind Dalton Kilrow, just to kind of give you an idea. Jeffrey Fisher running in the 4th spot ahead of his teammate Matt Gruenberg. Fisher really came here to race tonight. He's been very impressive off of pit road.
Do we want to just mention again that the 3 is in 3rd position right now? I don't know if we want to do the commentator curse thing, so I'll just get it out of the way.
Go ahead. Just go for it.
I just did. I ain't saying nothing more.
All right. Well, Derek Paulson is back out there. Not the night he was looking for. There's a little bit of contact between himself and Brad Collins. Puts Derek Paulson back into the 24th spot with a heavily damaged car. Aaron Bockover. He had his typical night of how fast can I go on pit road? The answer is not quite as fast as he did. And Jamie Walker starting to catch the backside of the field. Anybody looking to get Rick or I a Black Friday Christmas present? We wear a size 1-year subscription to iRacing.
I was hoping you were going to say a new Savage Edge shirt that doesn't make Rockover great again, because I got ripped out.
26 laps to go for the 88 of Jamie Walker, who is leading this one. Dolan Kilroe some 2 seconds behind, trying to make up the gap a little bit and having marginal luck with it, Rick, as he is making it up by the hundreds.
He's doing what he can.
Jeffrey Fisher 14.5 seconds behind Dalton Kilroe. Joshua Sexton able to get ahead of Matt Gruenberg. Gruenberg falls back to the 5th spot.
My question is, Chris, where did the laps go? We only got 24 left to go. Jamie Walker's right in the middle of the backstretch right now, heading into turns 3 and 4.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what happens, but... Oh, we got Jordan McAvoy spinning on to pit road. He's going to go in for service. Corey Sherman already there, coming off. So
he's
here
not spinning.
Sorry,
he's
spinning
not,
on.
He's doing the Dalton.
Doing his thing. He's doing his thing.
You can name it. I just named it. It's doing the Dalton. That's what's going to happen from now on. When I do that now, when we start racing at the beginning of the new year, Chris, that's what I want you to say. Doing the Dalton.
Do the Dalton. Hey, another big name that's not on here tonight that just kind of occurred to me, the Marvel Studios number 17.
Were you not listening to me when we started the broadcast?
I guess
I said we're missing Brian Dees.
I guess I wasn't. I'm sorry. I apologize.
The Soul Stealer says, "Hey, I'm locked in already. I'm just gonna take a night off."
Good for him.
He's looking for some souls to steal.
Was he in a bind because he was way behind and willing to make a deal?
He took a trip down to Georgia. That's what I saw on Twitter today.
Sweet. $22 laps to go, and the question right now is when are the lead lap drivers going to come down pit road to get that final splash of fuel? You're only going to need a couple of gallons, Rick, to make it the rest of the way. When would you do it?
When you tell me to.
All right, fair enough.
You know how I am, man. I get in the zone, man. I kind of forget, and next thing you know, you're like, Rick, we gotta go down pit road. And I'm like, oh man, I just missed it. You go ahead and I'll do it in a minute, and then I get sidetracked again, trying to figure out the dress is blue or silver, or if it's blue or black, I don't know. And then before you know it, I'm out of gas going, Chris, I need you to push me, man, because I'm gonna lose some iRating here.
Amanda Sherman very quiet here tonight, running in the 23rd spot. She's going to go past our race leader, and he's not going to put up a fight there.
Let's talk about that for a second. Winning Talladega in the ASRL League is the number 8.
Big time congratulations goes out to her for that win. What an awesome thing for her. First league win ever. Well, Dolan is doing everything Dolan can do to try and catch our race leader. 2.3 seconds right now is the gap between Jamie Walker and Dalton Kilroe. And it's another 14 seconds back to this. It's Jeffrey Fisher. Joshua Sexton is trying to get in a little bit closer to Jeffrey Fisher right now. Fisher looking for a podium. Matt Gruenberg right now, Rick, he is running in the 5th spot. 25.66 seconds behind our race leader. And unfortunately for him, it looks like he did not have another set of tires for that last stint for 54, trying to get it done on old tires. And God bless him for trying.
Exactly.
Ian Habiuk in the 6th spot. That's the TRJKarting.com Ford Mustang. Silently having a pretty decent night here, Rick. We haven't really called out his number at all, but he is running in the 6th spot.
No, he had a great qualifying, Chris. I mean, he's only moved up 3 positions since the drop of the green flag with 16 laps left to go, soon to be 15 here. As the leaders are on the backstretch heading into turns 3 and 4 right now as we speak. But Ian up 3 positions into 6. I mean, that's a pretty good day, man. Something I'd be happy about.
Absolutely. And Corey Sherman up 17 spots into the 7th position after not qualifying. Oh, we got a boy. Caution on the field. Brad Collins, the number 22, involved again. And this one is going to change the entire race again.
The Kool-Aid man made it through, though. He's like, oh, yeah, he's out of there.
Well, let's go back and take a peek and see what happened.
Ooh, Mike Hamlin involved, too.
That's the Warthog. Oh. May have taken the air off the spoiler of Mike Hamlin. Hamlin turned into Van Vliet. Let's go back one more time.
You know what would have been cooler when that happened? If Collins yelled out over the chat, went brrrr. That would have been cool.
It looks like maybe the 28 did possibly come down a little bit. Well, anyway, I don't have to make that decision. All I have to do is push buttons, and that's what I'm going to do. Jamie Walker, our race leader. Dalton Kildo, Jeffrey Fisher, Josh Sexton, Matt Gruenberg. Those 5 drivers are the only 5 drivers on the lead lap. Ian Habiuk going to rejoin the lead lap here with that caution coming out. No doubt everybody's going to come down for fuel one last time because they don't have a choice. And now it's not going to matter, Rick. I believe everybody has used up their tires. So it'll be old tires versus old tires when we return back live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
iRacing, you wanted the best. You got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
And with 12 laps to go, we're back live here at Kansas Speedway. A couple of things have changed. Colin Kilroe was able to get off from pit road a little quicker than Jamie Walker. So that's different. Joshua Sexton, Jeffrey Fisher, Matt Gruenberg, still your top 5. Ian Habiuk will be scored in 6th. Corey Sherman, Jordan McAvoy, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, John Perkins now all being shown on the lead lap.
And that's good news, especially for the Shermanator. And due to that last caution, Chris, just to make it out, Mike Hamlin was given the EOL for that one, so the 28 going to the end of line.
Okay. A few drivers going to go around the pace car. They're going to rejoin the tail end of the lead lap. In theory. There's a lot of cars going around that pace car. There we go. It's going to take a second.
Just got to send it.
I believe, well, 10 laps to go when we take the green flag. I believe if there's a time to send it, well, now is the time.
It's here. It's definitely here. It's go time for a lot of drivers. They need to make their moves now and get locked in. I mean, we only got 3 races left before the championship race.
Pace car is getting ready to turn hard left. The field is on with Dalton Kilroe at the lead. Here we go. A little bit of a spin from Jamie Walker in the 88, the 41 with a clean restart. That could be the difference right there.
I didn't want to give that away, but I think you're right there, Mark. I really do.
Oh, man. Jeffrey Fisher looking for the leader. He's going to wall up the 51. That's going to allow the 54 to take a spot away. Matt Gruenberg on fresh tires, as Mark said. So far, it's only been good enough to get him to third. Kilroe gonna race his heart out, try to take a win away. Fisher trying to lead the way for the 54.
Gonna wonder though, Chris, is the 98 holding up a teammate right now? There you go. Now he moves down. Greenberg stays high. Jamie Walker has the gaggle of cars, got the 16 and the 31.
We're 3 wide. With Jamie Walker in the middle. This one not done yet. 8 laps to go. The 54 working the outside of his teammate Jeffrey Fisher. Here comes Ian Habia, the Hurricane, starting to turn it on. Category 5.
Ooh, Hurricane kind of blocks the 54, stuck behind his slower teammate with older tires, Chris.
Gruenberg goes to the outside, can't wait anymore. And the Hurricane goes down to the apron. He's inside the 41. We're 3 wide for the race lead. 6 laps to go. Matt Gruenberg getting it done on the outside. The Hurricane working the inside. The kid wants one. He wants it bad. Kilroe did everything he could on the old tires, but now starting to give it up. Gap right now, 0.4 of a second. Ian starting to close just a little bit. Oh, the Hurricane Hurricane getting on the wall just a touch. Gonna lose a little bit of time. It's about a tenth of a second. Dalton Kilrow up to third one more time after he gets by Jeffrey Fisher. Corey Sherman out of TNA up to fifth spot.
I was going to say, I was just going to mention that, Chris. I'm trying to watch here back a little ways. Jamie Walker and Corey Sherman had a good little race going, but Walker just not able to capitalize here on those old tires. And here comes the Shermanator. Now he's starting to catch up to the back bumper of Hackathorn, who is at least a lap down.
Corey Sherman trying to do everything he could. He saved a set of tires. It was going to work out for him. Now he finds himself in the fourth spot. Corey looking for a podium. He's going to do everything he can to try and make it into the top 8. May not be enough. He makes side contact with the 84.
Is he going to know what to do with his hands if he passes Fisher?
Jeffrey Fisher moves down. He throws the block. Now down onto the apron. The 3 right on his bumper. The 3 down to the inside. Going to take the spot away through the corner, perhaps. They make contact. The 98 tries to save it. He does. Great driving with 2 laps to go. Unbelievable driving from Jeffrey Fisher. Oh, behind him, it's going to be the 66 of McAvoy. 1 more lap to go for the 54 to lead this one and try and win and seal his deal into the top 8. Ian Habiet not going to be able to catch him. Almost 2 seconds behind now is the Hurricane. He's back down to a category 2. Top 3 are Gruenberg, Habiek, and Sherman. And the 54, Matt Gruenberg, takes the checkered flag.
Number 12 of the season. Man, that was a good save, Michael. You're absolutely right.
Ian Habiet, Corey Sherman, your top 3. Jamie Walker finishes 4th. Dalton Kilrow 5th. Jeffrey Fisher 6th. John Perkins, Jordan McAvoy, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, and Joshua Sexton, your top 10. Unbelievable finish.
I'll just go through really quick. 11th was Matt Hackathorn, Corey Rutherford, Dave Seats, Randy McAvoy, Amanda Sherman, Joshua Rutherford, Philip Van Vliet, Mike Hamlin, Jason Day, Aaron Bockover, finishing in the top 20. And then you got James Miller, Brad Collins, Tanner Maher, Derek Paulson, unfortunately still on pit road. Actually, no, he's out there still. He came back, 24th? Pat Morosco and Marquis Smith rounding out the field, Chris. What a good race.
Awesome race here tonight at Kansas. And what a last few laps. These guys put on a hell of a show. So happy to be able to bring it to you. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen, because we're going to step away for just a second. When we come back, it's going to be post-race interviews live right here from Kansas. And we're back live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, ready to talk to our top three. And the first one up is the driver of the number 3, finishing in third spot tonight. It's going to be Corey Sherman. Corey, Chris, and Rick up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
I got you guys.
All right, bud. Well, you didn't qualify tonight. I questioned that. You were down a lap for a good portion of the race. I questioned that. But at the end of the day, here you are, third spot, just a couple away from what you really needed to do here tonight, Corey. Why don't you take me through your race?
Yeah, I went the first 2 stages without taking tires, figuring we had the ASRL race here a couple weeks ago, and I knew tires were a big thing, so I tried to save them to the final stage. That happened, but I was coming, and that last caution kind of screwed me. I was racing my ass off. I'm sweating.
That's awesome, bud. And trust me, you're not the only one sweating. All I had to do was talk, and man, oh man, you guys got me going here. The action in the last few laps, unbelievable. You did get into somebody. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, I went below him. He tried to pinch me down. I clipped the apron and got loose and drifted up. It was nothing intentional there.
Right on. All right, bud. Who do you got to thank on the number 3 here tonight?
Well, I gotta thank you guys first for doing the broadcast. You man is setting it up right now, so we're about to go watch that. TRJ Karting, Buck Kicker, MF Racing Design, Savage Edge, of course. Go there and get all your apparel and all sorts of fun stuff. And Mark for sitting up there and watching us go around the track. It was fun. It was nerve-wracking race. I knew I had to win to get in, and that was tough, but I guess the pressure's off now, so I could have fun the rest of the season. So looking forward to that, I guess. And give a shout out to my parents. Me and my dad actually came up with the strategy when we were drinking last night, so I followed it to a T.
Well, perfect. I got one last question for you. Tomorrow night, TNA Shop Talk going to be live or no?
Yes, it will be live. It'll be an open house, and basically Amanda wants it open because she won her first league race in the ASRL at Talladega, and so she wants everybody to come in and congratulate her, I think. So make sure you guys tune in to TNA Facebook tomorrow night, 8 p.m. We'll be live doing an open house. Yeah, and give her a shout out for her first league win. She was super excited about it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. All right, congratulations on your third place finish. And Rick, I believe you caught up with the driver of the number 16.
I did. There we go. Ian Haybiuk, you got Rick and Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, brother?
Yeah, I got you.
Whoa, the mic works, the rig works. You came home second tonight, man. The TRJ Karting.com Ford Mustang, very fast out there, man.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know how. That first stage, it was bad. Like it felt like it was an ice rink. I couldn't have no control on exit. I was getting in the throttle way too early. I was driving in too deep, and it was, needless to say, it felt like Kurt Busch at Darlington in like 2011 when he was racing with the 51, just screaming over the mic. That's practically what it was in here. I was getting ready to throw stuff and rage quit, and then I was like, let's just play it out. Took my tires at the first stage and played out my strategy, hit my marks, and that last caution really worked in my favor. And yeah, just like I was like 3 wide for like 4 laps straight, and I just hugging the white line, just go.
Well, it definitely worked out. And one thing that you should learn from this is, so you didn't act like Kyle Busch. You actually acted like the real good Kyle, the Kyle Larson. You kept a cool head. You did what you had to do. You came home second. You didn't have dad bothering you. See, you don't need to cry in NASCAR to get somewhere, man. You're doing good. Just, I'll send you a number 5 hat. How's that?
Hey, I'll take that.
Okay, see, there you go, Tim. Screw you. You go bowling. Now, that's one question I got to ask. Dad, started out the season. Chris, I had to. Sorry, Tim. I love you, buddy. I spent a lot of money with Tim. It's okay. Now my kid, he wants to do some karting, I think. He's only 1, but yeah, I know who to call. But anyway, so Dad started out, he was there with you. He's in your ear every race. Now he's bowling. Has that helped you a little bit to just kind of calm down, do your thing? Is it the rig, do you think, more comfortable? What's going on? I mean, the 16's been looking pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the rig's comfortable. I will say that definitely helps a lot. But I will say with him bowling, he kind of keeps me level-headed. In that first stage, I definitely wasn't level-headed, but he's kind of like that accountability partner. But I was able to find my rhythm again and get back into it. And I'm not going to lie, I didn't practice. Like, I think I had 30 minutes of practice before the session went up.
Well, hey, listen, it works for Ty Morosco, man, and it worked for you. Who do you got to thank on the side of that 16 here tonight?
Well, definitely TRJ Karting, MF Racing Designs for everything he does, everything with the league, and just for everybody makes great paint schemes. You guys up there in the booth, Mark and Jason for everything they do in admin, and it was a great race tonight.
It was, man. I'm very, very happy for you, man. Congratulations on that. Keep bringing it. I mean, we got 4 races left to go. The next round of 8 is going to start. Chris and Ian, we're going to be heading to Texas, Martinsville, Phoenix. How you feeling about them 3 tracks, bub?
Texas seems. I thought here at Kansas I wasn't going to perform good. I was the same last time at Bristol when I performed good. So I'm looking forward to Martinsville. Looking forward to Phoenix. I feel like Phoenix is a strong track of mine, but honestly, I'm just going to try to do my best at every single one.
Excellent, brother. Well, congratulations once again.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, driver of the number 16, it's the Hurricane, Ian Habiuk, and our race winner here tonight, none other than the driver of the number 54. He has been absolutely on fire all night long. Of course, now he has it on muted. Now we can talk to him. It's going to be the 54, Matt Gruenberg. Matt, Chris, and Rick up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, bud, different strategy that you employed here tonight, but it seemed to work out in the end.
Yeah, I really thought this was going to be a take tires every stage kind of race, and then take tires for the very final run there at the end. But with a couple cautions that came out in the final stage, it kind of changed the strategy. It kind of played into the 88 and the 41's hands. I noticed they took tires at the middle part of stage 2, so they had 2 sets of tires for the end. So it was just me and Jeffrey, and we were both just gambling on there being another caution to come out, and we ended up getting pretty lucky. I think we need to head over to the Hollywood Casino there on the backstretch and see how much money we can win there as well. Or I don't know, maybe we used up all of our luck winning the race tonight. So
I don't know. Has it been luck this year, Matt? Because I'm telling you, bud, we have talked to you more times this year than we have talked to you ever. And it's not a bad thing. It's been really cool to watch you get around these tracks.
Yeah, tonight it definitely took a little bit more luck. It would have been nice to see how the strategy would have played out between us and the 88 and the 41, with them having the 2 tire sets and us only having one on that final run if it would have went green all the way. But tonight it took a little bit extra luck, and we were able to get the win, and we'll take it.
Absolutely. Who do you have to thank on the number 54 here tonight?
Of course, the usual, everybody at Team AV. Wish we could have gotten Jordan the win tonight to advance to the next round of the playoffs, but I told him to go with the safe route, and it turns out we should have all gambled. But just everybody at Team AV, James and Jeff for the paints as usual, and you guys for broadcasting, and all the fans that cheer Team AV and me on each week.
Awesome, bud. All right. Well, congratulations. We're going to let you go back to your team and celebrate another race win here this season. Congratulations, Matt.
Thank you.
All right, Matt Gruenberg, driver of the number 54, our race winner. And next week, we start the round of 8, Rick. It's going to be, well, if it's anything like tonight, it's going to be fantastic.
It is. Listen, Chris, Texas, one of my favorite tracks out there. Martinsville is going to throw a little wrench into things. We're going to do a little short track, and then we head to Phoenix for some crazy stuff, and word has it that it's going to be the new Phoenix with the start finish line move. So that's going to be interesting to see. First time that we actually get to broadcast that and see how that goes. And then we're going to give these drivers a chance to vote on that championship race. So 4 more races to end the season. The next round starts. It's going to be interesting to see, man. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next Sunday.
All right. With that, we are done live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, bringing you the Blazing Pedals. That was the last race of the round of 12. We'll see you in Texas 1 week from tonight. Have a great Thanksgiving, everybody. We'll see you again next time.
Yeah.